What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. Eddie Hearn, gave Deontay Wilder a choice. If you want Anthony Joshua, you got to fight Dillian Whyte. And Lou DiBella just said that's stupid. Dillian Whyte is irrelevant. And true. I say Luis Ortiz is more relevant than Dillian Whyte. But they had to fight Bermane Stiverne, who Dillian Whyte is more relevant than. And I believe Dillian Whyte is like third in WBC, so they might force it. Even though he's fighting a mandatory now, he get a voluntary. But, once Ortiz drop out of there, then Dillian Whyte's going to be the mandatory anyway. So, I know it's hard to trust anything that Eddie Hearn says, kind of like Bob Arum telling the truth today. I was lying yesterday, but I'm telling the truth today. I think that's one of Bob Arum's famous quotes, CEO of Top Rank. But, if Deontay Wilder can get it in writing where, the winner of him and Dillian Whyte, gets Anthony Joshua fight on a particular day of his liking, then I think he must go through with it. He looking for an opponent that some fans respect. I think UK fans respect Dillian Whyte. Not so much American fans, not a lot of them, because they don't know who Dillian Whyte is. And, fighting Malcolm Tan on a untelevised portion of Crawford and Dongo ain't going to cut it. So that's what Lou DiBella means. Like, Dillian Whyte is irrelevant. But it's a lot of Deontay Wilder opponents that he had fought in America that have been irrelevant. Eric Molina, the Dunlap Club out of France. I mean, I can go on and on. He fought plenty of irrelevant guys. And that's the God honest truth. The other option Deontay Wilder could have was fighting, trying to get Joseph Parker. But Joseph Parker looks like he wants to build a home in the UK and build a fan base over there. So, and then he missed the WBC mandated, drug test. So he might be in trouble with the WBC a little bit. So, Dillian Whyte makes sense unless he's going to fight Povetkin. And, his next fight for American fight fans, a lot of fans want to see him fight Amir Mansour, who's not ranked in the top 15 in any sanctioned belt bodies. That's just a fight that would be for respect amongst American fans. But at the end of the day, it still wouldn't be good enough. Dominic Brazil beat him. I mean, he doesn't have too many options. So why not take Eddie Hearn on this offer if you can get it in writing and you can make the Joshua fight happen quicker for you if you really want the fight. I see they saying it sounds stupid, but the ball is clearly in Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, and Anthony Joshua's court, and you got to get it how you live. They willing to fight you in America. They offer him $3.3 million. Maybe that number is a little bit lower than what they're really offering him, but why not? This guy hasn't looked good, versus Chisora last time out since coming back from arm surgery. He suffered with Anthony Joshua. He's a solid fighter. Could he beat Deontay Wilder? Absolutely. But I understand that this ain't the fight that Wilder is looking for that can take him to the next level amongst the fans like Luis Ortiz could have. Ultimately, he tried to get that respect versus Povetkin versus Ortiz. It didn't work. So you got to go down the tier bracket. And if this fight, you can get in a writing, can plug you in with the Anthony Joshua fight and get you your dream fight, then you must do it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You must shoot a fair one with Dillian Whyte. You must take this offer. Especially, they willing to come to America. They're willing to accommodate you in every facet of the way by coming over here and coming to your home, country. Let's do it. Understand that, Dillian Whyte ain't the most relevant heavyweight. He's still detractor's still going to take away from you if you win, lose, or draw. But the $3 million payday is pretty good, and a shot at Anthony Joshua to make more is even excellent. I understand that Eddie Hearn want that belt so he can make an all matchroom clash between Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua rematch to be that much bigger, and he can keep the money in house. And if Deontay Wilder feels that he can't get the proper deal with Joshua and Eddie Hearn, if he's seeking a 50-50, that's not going to happen. So if he can't strike a deal and you feel like they're not going to accommodate you right, or you can't trust them to give you that Anthony Joshua fight after the Dillian Whyte fight, then you don't take the fight. But it will happen because he will be a mandatory very shortly and soon. So, I would advise him to make that deal, fight Dillian Whyte. And if you lose, you lose, Everybody expecting you to lose anyway, so you ain't really killing nobody's expectation. Somewhere, I'm not lose against Dillian Whyte. I mean lose at some point in your career when you step up. So, the expectations are very low for Deontay Wilder around the world. all he can do is really bust through the ceiling and bust expectations. We out.